Disclaimer: all credit for the following pictures and information can be found in the description below. Welcome back, trainers, to Pokemon New Zealand, where a world of adventure awaits you. Last we left off, we have successfully toured around Nelson and have visited our first Pokemon contest, so now it's time to continue our adventure. Head over to Route 5 to proceed to your next destination. This route does not offer much, so it will be our regular grassland area. The trainers that you'll find there are youngsters, lasses, and some young couples. Pokemon that you'll meet during the day are weasels, bellbirds, and skinks, and the Pokemon you'll meet during the night are rats and kiwis. If you choose to fish here with a good rod or a super rod, you'll be able to catch smelt, which is also known as the cucumber fish, and it'll be our water and grass type Pokemon. Passing Route 5, we'll head towards our next destination, Picton. Picton is known as the gateway to North Island through the Marlborough Sounds. As a picturesque seaside town, there are various restaurants, cafes, and art galleries you can find in Picton. The main reason to go to Picton is to catch the ferry to get to North Island, where your next destination will be. If you show the person at the reception desk your Pokemon diploma, she will allow you to access the ferry for free. While traveling through the Marlborough Sounds, you can pass the time by battling sailors, fishermen, gentlemen, or madames. Your goal is to visit the captain on the bridge, and he will be having an idle chatter with someone. The person he was talking to is Maui, who, in various Maori mythology, created New Zealand. Maui is the first to notice you, and claims that you have great potential to become a great Pokemon trainer. After talking to Maui and the captain, you finally arrive to North Island. Your first stop would have been Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, but the area is currently blocked. Instead, head on over to Route 7 to get to your next destination. Route 7 is based on Lower Hutt, which is an outdoor haven full of various walking trails, cycling trails, and nature sanctuaries. The route will be divided into two parts. One will be based on Rimtaka Forest Park, which is a vast forest park that encourages recreational hunting, and the second part will be based on Belmont Regional Park, which is a hilly park with more open space. The types of trainers that you'll find in Rimtaka Forest Park are bug catchers, Pokemon rangers, campers, and aroma ladies. During the day, you'll be able to find bellbirds, deers, pigs, and kakas. Deers were originally introduced to New Zealand for hunting purposes. However, with no natural predator, they were able to populate the area very quickly, which ultimately meant that they destroyed a majority of natural beech forest wherever they go. Similarly, pigs were also introduced to New Zealand for hunting purposes, and while they also damaged the natural beech forest of New Zealand, their numbers are more regulated. Kakas are forest-dwelling parrots that obtain all their food from trees and are adept flyers. They will ultimately evolve into a kia, which are curious birds who are able to adapt in their environment regardless of human modification. At night, you'll be able to find pigs, possums, and rurus. Possums were originally introduced to New Zealand for their fur. However, they have destroyed many birds, plants, trees, and have been responsible for spreading various diseases. Morepok, or rurus, are known as birds of the night, and in Maori tradition, they are seen as watchful guardians from the spirit world. In Belmont Regional Park, you'll be able to find trainers such as hikers, backpackers, picnickers, and campers. During the day, you'll be able to find deer, bellbirds, rabbits, and goats. Rabbits were initially introduced for their meat and fur. However, they have been known to destroy various agricultural land to the point where it can be rendered useless for pasturing. Goats were initially introduced to New Zealand for food. However, they have been known to destroy various native plants and vegetation. At night, you'll be able to find possums, ants, and hedgehogs. The invasive ants of New Zealand tend to be very aggressive, and they have been known to overtake various other insects due to their sheer numbers. Hedgehogs were initially introduced to New Zealand to remind the settlers of their homeland. However, they have been known to become one of the main predators for various native birds and insects. After crossing Route 7, we make our way towards our next destination, Palmerston North. Palmerston North is a city full of energy, with multiple events happening throughout the year. Not only does it host many live events, it also is home to various recreational activities such as golf courses, aquatic centers, and indoor climbing gyms. games. The main feature of this city is the Rugby Museum, the first of its kind, and this will be where our gym is located in. Head into the museum and walk up to the second floor where our gym will begin. The gym will be divided into 3 parts. The second floor is based on the rock climbing center of Palmerston North. The trainer will have to climb their way towards the top of the cliff, where they will have to challenge a hiker in order to pass to the next floor. The third floor is based on Palmerston North's water park. The trainer would have to clear another puzzle in order to get to a swimmer girl. Upon defeating her, she will allow you to go to the 4th floor, which is based on Palmerston North's multiple golf courses. After completing the final puzzle and making your way towards a golfer, he will allow you to go up to the final floor where the gym leader resides. Waiting for you in the top floor is the gym leader, Tumatuenga. Tumatuenga is the god of war and people. He is one of the major reasons why our world as we know it is not subdued by weather or storms. Tumatuenga will have 3 Pokemon, a Passimian, Maero, and a Kahui Tipua. Kahui Tipua are ogres who are able to traverse between mountains easily and drink rivers dry. Upon defeating Tumatuenga, you will be given the club badge and the TM bulk up. After leaving the gym, before you head over to your next destination, you will be stopped by James, who will be waiting for you in front of the route. James is surprised that you have made it this far because he heard that Coupe was still in South Island. Seeing this encounter as a big opportunity, James challenges you to a match with his 3 Pokemon. After successfully defeating him, James claims that he expected nothing less from his best friend, and he walks away claiming that he will get better in their next encounter. We now make our way over to Route 8, which is based on Tongariro National Park. Tongariro National Park is one of New Zealand's oldest national parks and holds important cultural and spiritual ties with the Maori people. The park has highly contrasting landscapes such as glacial valleys, lava flows, alpine vegetation, and crater lakes. During the day, you'll find deer, pigs, bellbirds, fantails, and wilding conifers. In Maori mythology, the fantail is the biggest reason why death exists in this world, which is why it gains the dark typing. Conifers have the potential to permanently alter the unique landscape of New Zealand and are considered undesirable. If you choose to fish here with a good rod or a super rod, you will be able to catch some trout. Trouts were introduced to New Zealand as a fishing sport and has successfully adapted into its new environment. Types of trainers that you will find here are campers, backpackers, Pokemon rangers, tourists, and fishermen. Towards the end of the route, you will spot Team Rocket, who are once again up to no good. You hear them talking about gathering 4 secret items, one of which is located in Mount Ruapehu. What are these secret items that they are discussing about, and why do they need them? All this and more will be revealed in the next video.